Hi, chosen ones, hi, divine light beings, hi, gods and goddesses. Welcome to the channel Yoniverse, the channel to help you uplift your universe and your universe within. I was just walking in nature, and then I passed a person. These life lessons, these lessons that we go through, this journey that is called life, and all the lessons that we have to learn while going through this journey called life is extremely important. That when we are having this experience walking and passing somebody while trying to be in our most positive state of mind, you will always get people that will try to trigger your, let's say, your lower side of yourself. And it's not always easy to then be in this, this higher consciousness of staying positive and being positive. So we as beings are always being triggered in one way or the other to be more in our lower nature. So it is extremely important for us to realize everything and to be very cautious about what's happening around us. Because one thing I experience on a not daily basis, but now and then, because I am in an environment that I'm being triggered a lot. Sorry, excuse me for that. That I'm being triggered a lot. And in the mornings, I like to go to nature because then I have a little bit of alone time. So then I can go into nature and just soak up whatever it is that nature has to offer me. But before I get into nature, and sometimes when I get into nature, there are also other people around, maybe walking their dog, and sometimes also just taking a walk. The thing is, you come for your peace to nature, and then you get these type of people, these type of beings that are in their lower selves, and then start to say things to trigger you. And the best thing to do is just neglect them, just act as if you're not hearing what they are saying, because it's not always in a language that you can understand, but you still do. You still understand what they are saying. And the best thing to do in that moment that you are experiencing something like that is to never forget to say to whatever it is, whatever entity that is disguised in this human form, that you will return every negative energy back to sender. Every cringe, every ounce of negative energy that they are sending towards you, you return it back to sender. And some people even use the middle finger, because our fingers, it's very important to know what every finger on our hand symbolizes, because every finger on our hand symbolizes something. And our middle finger, we have been taught, we have been learned by this society that, and even by our parents, because they did not know better than us at that time, that they were teaching us to not use the middle finger because it is rude, it is not something nice. But eventually, when you are on your spiritual journey, and you are the teacher and also the student, you have to be the student first before you can be the teacher, but you have to be both because it's duality, it's balance. Yeah, so you have to be the student, you have to be the teacher. And by being the student, you have to learn that everything that you knew is done with. So you have to relearn and unlearn everything that you have been taught in life. Most of the things that you have been taught in life, let's say 80% of the things that you have been taught in life, you have to unlearn them. Even more, maybe. Yeah. But let's say you have been taught that your middle finger is not a good thing to use. Well, I have to tell you that the middle finger is a very good thing to use, especially when you want to return energies back to negative people. So your middle finger is telling them to eventually, fuck off. And it's also telling them that you have the power. You have the power within your hands. They cannot step on you. They cannot take that power that you have within you from you. So when you are sending them that message that you are returning every negative energy towards them thousandfold, yeah, you're returning back that negative energy that they are sending towards you back to them. And when you use the middle finger, you're eventually doing the same thing. You're telling them that you have the power within your hands, and you are not receiving anything that they are sending towards you. And so it is very important for us to understand and understand everything that has to do with us. Everything that has to do with our body, our mind, our soul, our spirit. We have to know that because we have been taught so much things about ourselves that is not true, that we have to come to the realization that we create our own reality. And by creating our own reality, we also have to know everything that has not been taught to us. And knowing your palm, knowing your hand, knowing the inside of your hand, what every mark that you have in your hand, what it symbolizes. Every finger, what type of element, what type of symbol is attached to your finger, is attached to the palm of your hand, is extremely important. So not only numbers are important to us, it's also our hands that is extremely important, because our hands can also tell us a lot about who we are and a lot about what we came here to do on this planet. So that is just my message for today, that when you are walking somewhere and people are saying things and you feel that the energy is towards you and you don't understand what they are saying because they are saying it in a language for you to not understand, but you still understand eventually what they are saying, return all negative energy back to them. Because there are extremely wicked people walking around that even though they smile at you, they are not happy seeing you there. So always be mindful of protecting yourself, especially when you are walking past these people and these people wait until you have passed them to say whatever it is that they need to say in their language that you don't understand. Always return the negative energy back to sender. Yeah. So that is the message that I wanted and needed to send. And I'm going to tell you to have a very peaceful, blissful, and very powerful day. Peace, meaning positive energy, always creates elevation. So, us being in a duality and sometimes having to step up our game and being positive, but at the same time setting our boundaries can be challenging at times. But it's about duality. You cannot always be nice, you cannot always be positive, but it is about knowing what you need to do when it comes to entities that you feel around you that are not that positive. Have a peaceful day.